Hi everyone, and welcome to Castle Acre Castle. Let's explore the dramatic earthworks and the keep in the centre. Firstly, I'll use this map to give some context to how the castle sits within the wider area. To the west of the castle is the original settlement, which takes its name from the castle. It was originally surrounded by a rampart, with gates to the north and south. The original north gate can still be seen in the village. To the southeast is Castle Acre Priory. You can check out my last video exploring the priory. I'll leave a link above and in the description if you want to watch that. We're going to start our look around the castle itself at the eastern end, where the Barbican was located. It's not easy to orient yourself with the impressive earthworks on the ground, so I'll start by pointing them out in the order we'll be exploring them using this aerial photo. The castle dates back to soon after the Norman conquest. William de Warenne was a Norman knight who fought alongside William the Conqueror at the Battle of Hastings in 1066. As a reward, he was granted lands in Lewes in Sussex, Conisbrough in Yorkshire, and here in Acre in Norfolk. Acre was already an Anglo-Saxon estate centre at the time. He set about building a Motte and Bailey castle during the 1070s, protected by these large earthwork ramparts and palisades, with a large country house in the centre of the motte. The castle was strategically located where the River Nar meets the Peddar's Way, an old Roman road, at the centre of Warenne's other estates in Norfolk. Soon after, he invited a small community of Cluniac monks to Acre from the priory he had already formed in Lewes, and they were given the castle's chapel in the Outer Bailey. Under William II Earl, the order was given land and estates to establish Castle Acre Priory alongside the castle. He also created a deer park nearby for hunting. After the Civil War in 1135, known as the Anarchy, the third Earl, also called William, set about improving the defences of the castle. He began to build a tall keep on top of the motte and reinforced the surrounding earthworks with stone walls. The village was established next to the castle, surrounded by its own earthworks and walls, and the Peddar's Way was redirected to pass by the castle. All important symbols of the de Warenne's power in the region. The castle and settlement continued to be mostly held by the de Warennes until 1347. It was frequented several times by royalty. Henry III visited the castle at least 4 times, and Edward I visited 5 times. Richard Fitzalan, the Earl of Arundel, inherited the castle, but by 1397 it was in ruins. The surrounding settlement remained small and never became a borough, although the priory prospered, at least until it was dissolved in 1537. Thomas Howard, the Duke of Norfolk, leased the ruins of the castle and the priory. It eventually passed to Sir Edward Coke in 1615 and remained in his family. In 1971, Thomas Coke, the 5th Earl of Leicester, placed the castle into the guardianship of the state.